so as I said, because we have discussed this before, so Morna Fast Volts, drama which is set in 19th century frontier life, story by Jim Shepard, and then the script is Jim Shepard and Ron Hansen. Very, very tough existence. Abigail, played by Catherine Waterston, has a diary which she records the daily grind with the emphasis on grind. And then another couple move in next door, and she meets Tally, who is played by Vanessa Kirby. And the minute Vanessa Kirby arrives, the sun seems to come out, and their relationship suddenly brings life into what up until that point seems to have been an utterly miserable, loveless, grief-stricken. I mean, right, okay, fine, all of those things, and then things start to change, but they are still in a world which is very, very tough for women. Here's a clip.
I'm sorry that your childhood was anything less than joyous.
Joyous it was not. But I made my own happinesses. My husband says God puts heavy stones in your path. It's up to us to step over them.
Stones are what the fortunate receive. My mother's mother was born in 1780 right here in Schoharie County. I often wonder at the courage and resourcefulness of those women. Imagine faring forth into a wilderness, hoping to build the foundations of a home.
Maybe they had a certain high hopefulness that we don't have.
Now, you made an interesting point after the interview with Vanessa Kirby that the world to come may be a positive title because it suggests that after this world, there is a better world to come. I don't mean the afterlife. I mean that the world is going to change. And I think that's true. I think the film is beautifully done, brilliantly done, and the performances are great. I have to say that I found it very hard work because, not unlike Ammonite, I mean, Vanessa Kirby said that people have compared it to Brokeback Mountain, but tonally it's so completely different. Not unlike Ammonite, it is a chilly world. It is a world that is so full of suffering and angst and grief and death and pain that it's quite hard for the rays of sunshine to shine through it. Now, that's not to say that it shouldn't be that, because I'm sure that's inaccurate. I mean, what's one of the things that's interesting, because it's shot in Romania, and there was no point when I was watching it when I thought, the scenery looks like Romania, because it all has the absolute tinge of authenticity, the tools they use, the way in which they do their farming. But it's a portrait of two loveless marriages with two absolutely stone cold men, both of whom react to their marriages with anger and disappointment. And then this spark that happens between these two women that is there for the most fleeting of moments. And so I admire it, but very much like Ammonite, I didn't enjoy it because I found it very, very tough. I think you liked it more than I did.
I think I did like it a little bit more, just because it does, my word, it was grim. I mean, it really was. It was just, the good old days. Not really. No, for an overwhelming number of people, it was utterly miserable. And it's all filmed through winter, and the soundtrack, you just got a little glimpse of it there. It just adds to the gloom. And also the molasses and lard enema, I don't think is an encouragement.
That's right.
For anybody.
I'd forgotten that. I'd forgotten the molasses and lard enema, and that's that. And in a way, that highlights it. That one of the bits of the film that you enjoyed the most was the reference to the molasses and lard enema.
But mainly, I believed in all four of them.
Oh God, yeah.
And
absolutely.
And Vanessa Kirby and Catherine Waterston were just brilliant. So it's worth watching for that. But I'd watch it in the morning with your breakfast, I think, and then you can go out and skip along the street to cheer yourself up and give thanks.
It's in cinemas, Simon. It's in cinemas. So unless you're breakfasting in the cinema, you're going to find that hard.
Go for the earliest screening that you can, and then give thanks that although 2021 is a little bit rubbish, it's not as rubbish as living in upstate New York in 1856.
Yeah, exactly.
Truly terrible.
Exactly so.